I was inspired to create the movie by the piece itself on stage. I mean, it's such an extraordinary musical. I saw it in the original production, 1987. It's a very special piece because it has so much to say. I mean, it's very clever, obviously, and very original and smart, but it also has a lot of heart and warmth, and it says a lot about the parent-child relationship, which I think is important, and about the consequences of wishes. And so all of that in one musical is sort of extraordinary, and I was thrilled to bring it to screen. It's something I was, I felt incredibly honored to do. When you're lucky enough to get a Golden Globe nomination for your film, it's this wonderful surprise. It's this wonderful feeling. I think you get because you've been acknowledged, and you don't take something like that for granted. It's very special and rare. There are a lot of great movies out there, So when you're singled out like that in some way, you feel very humbled by it, and I think we all feel that way. To have Stephen Sondheim working on the film was invaluable because he's the original creator. The great thing was he really understood that it needed to be reimagined for film, and that's something rare, I think, because a lot of composers, lyricists hold on very tight to the material. He wasn't like that at all. He really wanted to make sure it worked as a film first. So he's a great collaborator. So was James Lapine, who wrote the screenplay, who wrote the original as well. I mean, I felt very fortunate to have them by my side as we made this into a movie. I mean, there was a little pressure from the fans, who loved this piece, but the truth is I love this piece too. And so I kind of appreciated their passion. I mean, I had the same passion. I really wanted to make sure it worked as a film. I wanted to retain what the sort of central core of what you have on stage, but I wanted to make sure it worked as a movie. That was the most important thing, and I hopefully we were able to do that. Anna's great because she plays a very modern Cinderella, and she's a very modern girl herself, She's very complex and has a sort of her own sensibility. Cinderella is a real individual, very much her own woman, and discovers that during the film, and it was perfect for Anna because of that. She also is an amazing singer and has enormous talent in that department, so that was a perfect match. And there's no one like Johnny Depp. I adore working with Johnny Depp. I worked with him on Pirates of the Caribbean, and he's very unique. He's the kindest man I think you'll ever meet. Very generous person, but also a creative force. Loves to jump into a character, make it his own, make it playful and fun, which I think was important when you're working with a child, to have that sort of playful sensibility. He brought that to it, and that sort of mischievous, wonderful joie de vivre that he has. I was thrilled to work with him on this again, and I think he was excited to be part of a company and not sort of be the lead, but have a smaller role and be part of this wonderful ensemble of people.